Okay, lady, today we have a special guest. I'm so excited. I'm trying not to fangirl out because I'm a huge fan, but we're just going to go ahead and introduce her. And if you don't know about her, listen, just tune in, okay? Starr Dawkins is a multi-passionate and multi-talented social media influencer turned businesswoman. Starr is the founder and CEO of Sweet Cookie Wash Enterprise, through which she inspires scores of women with the perfect recipes for cleansing, protecting, and balancing their vagina using all natural products from her growing brand. In 2017, she launched her business and made over 100K that year. And then 2 years later, she made $1 million. And just last year, she made 100K in 30 minutes on Black Friday. Okay. She has an inspiring story, a captivating personality, and a vibe you don't want to miss. So stay until the end, lady. Starr, welcome to Cultivating Her Space.
I like how you described me. Can you describe me when I'm dating? Like come to
I
the
got you,
dating,
girl.
the meetings when I meet
I
the guys.
got you.
Like, Star, is this
Yes,
What are
I
you?
got you. I got you, girl. Welcome.
Yes, yes. T has the best, does the best intros. So, Star, we are so happy to have you. And we are going to start off with our quote of the day, which will sound familiar to you because this is your statement. And that is actually a question, and I love it. So I was like, oh, yes, we're going with this.
Okay.
So, Star says, always ask yourself, is this person worth disrupting my vaginal pH for? Bam. Excellent question.
Oh my God.
Personally, when I saw that quote, I was like, this is it, because I feel like that applies to whether it's someone that you are sexually engaged with or someone, like anybody involved in your life, because there's so many things that can affect your vaginal pH. But that was my take. So I'm curious, Star, what influenced that particular question?
I think I ask, is that person worth disrupting your vaginal pH? Because so many times women were tricked into believing sex is just an experience, a vibe, fun. But what are you really getting out of the situation besides stimulation? And then, in order for you to even be stimulated, sex not even good unless you doing stuff for me, in my humble opinion. Like,
You're
when
right.
you start sliding me some money, like, oh my, I see your nails, da 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 da. When I can call you because my day has been stressful, when we can cuddle, when you're taking me places. These are things that really bring the intimacy into sex. It's not just how you look, it's not
Yes.
just a D bam bomb. So when I say ask yourself, is this person worth disrupting your vaginal pH? I mean, ask yourself, what are you really getting from the situation besides maybe a yeast infection?
Oh, and we don't
You
want
better
that.
go ahead.
But if you
You
do
better
get a
go
yeast
ahead.
infection, we have Cookie Restore Boric Acid Suppositories.
Yes,
So
yes.
if you liked him that much and he ended up giving you BV, yeast infection, don't feel bad, girl. Cookie Restore got your back. Mm-hmm.
Now, Star, I love that, number one. But the other thing I love about you is you talk about how I think many of us were raised and we were taught that, oh, all you need is water for your vagina. Like that's all
Oh,
you need to clean it. Just use some water. Talk about your thoughts on that and what you've learned over the years.
I like to break it down as simple like this. Would you only use water to wash your hands? Now, I'm saying this in a perfect time because of the virus and everyone being a little bit more cognizant and health conscious. But when I first started my company, people kept saying, water, water, water. You poop. And everybody knows you might not be pooping from your vagina, but when you're sitting on that toilet, we know how bacteria just sits in the air. And if your booty big like mine, you're covering the toilet, okay? The odor.
Yes.
And sometimes when you wipe, sometimes the tissue balls, you're sweating all day. Some of you discharge. So you're telling me after all of that, you only want to use water? It's a little strange
Mm.
to me. But if that's what you want to do, if your man like that and you like that and your mom told you that and you believe her, because your mom also told you can't get money without going to college, and we see what's happening now. And your mom also
Yeah.
told you outside wasn't going nowhere, and we saw what happened. So
Yeah.
sometimes we have to debunk the things that our parents tell us and be like, yeah, mom, but Star said, use a mild soap, a Castile soap, a natural soap. And when I say natural, it doesn't mean that it might not irritate you, because people forget that humans can be allergic to natural things as well.
Yes.
So I know for me, the process of soap making sometimes is the irritant itself. So
Yeah.
I came out with a cookie mist once I found this out. And cookie mist is literally aloe vera and rose water. You at least want to use something with
Mm.
antibacterial properties to rinse the area. Water is not antibacterial.
Hmm.
There you go.
Yeah. Now
Boom. I love it.
I have more questions. I have more questions, but I'm gonna wait. Like, well, no, I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna wait.
Get into it, Dr. Dom.
Oh, the star. Okay. Because as I was listening to you, I was like thinking of like some of our ladies, like as you mentioned, like what our mamas used to tell us, right? And so I'm thinking about, well, what are gynecologists or primary care doctors saying about in terms of the Western medicine approach? Like, how does this work with what Western medicine approaches may be saying? Because most of us, you know, we might go to our gynecologist and our gynecologist was going to tell us, don't use, just use water, right? The gynecologist might be the one saying that. So
You know,
what would be your response to that, to
can I
those people who are questioning that piece?
y'all don't think I'm racist, y'all, but I just want to point out certain little things, right? We've been seeing a lot of Caucasian celebrities coming out saying how often they bathe. Okay,
Child.
we we have
Yeah.
to understand that the people who came to America, founded the land, took it from the Indians, all of that, were basically the British rejects. Okay, a lot of, even going to American spelling, it doesn't make sense. A lot of things. And I say this because I'm Jamaican, you know, we're colonized by the British, and the British
Mhm.
rejects came here, changed like simple words like the word color. We spell COLOUR, which kind of makes a little bit more sense. So I'm saying all of this to show you, do your own research.
Yep.
Just because
Yes.
somebody is qualified by a degree, qualified by a social status, does not mean they are correct. The only doctor to cure cancer was Dr. Sebi, and he did not go to med school.
That's right.
So and I'm a rebel, as y'all can see. I don't listen to anybody. I do my own research. So
Okay.
if in your research you find that water is best for your body somehow, then say F off, Star. I'm not listening to you. But gynecologists, you have to remember, they're a part of the bigger picture, which is dinero,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not making money with the feminine hygiene brands. That's why a lot of them are, you know, they're wisening up. They're starting their own feminine hygiene brands. Gynecologists were
Yeah.
prescribing boric acid long before I came along. However, now that there's so many small businesses selling it, I've had a gynecologist reach out to wholesale my products, because they're
Yeah.
understanding that there's money bigger than what we were taught in med school.
Yep.
They're
Mm-hmm.
understanding that it's 2000, let's say 15, and the textbook that they learn from is from the 19 whatever.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's kind of
Yep.
like
Absolutely.
they used to tell me as a kid, the fastest a human can run is XYZ, until Usain Bolt came and changed that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So a lot of the things that, didn't they used to say Pluto is a planet and then it's no longer a planet?
Yes. That's
And
right.
now it's back in question again. Yes.
Can
So
we
things
really
Yes.
listen
change.
to y'all?
I love that. Yes, that's
Exactly.
an
Can we
excellent
listen to
point.
y'all? Y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all
Right.
just, you know, you
We're
just
all
going with the
humans.
flow. You
Right.
going with the flow,
Now,
America, and we see it. You know, pay
these are
attention, you'll
such
notice it.
these are valid points. That makes perfect sense, Star. We have to know, we kind of jump right in. Can we talk about your origin story? Because you have such an
Yes.
inspiring story. I loved your ideas around manifestation. So talk to us about, what were you thinking when you moved to LA with $200?
Who was it? 200? It felt like
It was
100.
200. Maybe it was
I don't
100. Maybe it was
remember.
100.
I don't remember, but I did move to LA. I have a big personality because my entire background is in entertainment, acting, music, my entire life. Um, my parents forced me to go to college, the American dream. We're immigrants. They wanted that
Yeah.
for me. After college, I realized, yo, this is not for me. I'm going to go to LA. You want to know what's funny? I did get a lot accomplished in LA in the 2 months that I was there. But the person's couch that I was staying on So backstory, I met this guy in college and we just kind of stayed cool. Never nothing. I was in LA and I was vlogging because I had my suitcase under a bridge and I didn't know where I was going to sleep that night. And I was blogging like, listen, I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to show you guys that you don't have to be a stripper. You don't have to sell your body. You can really get it out the mud. He saw the video and was like, this is weird, but come sleep on my couch at least. Now I decided, okay, can I at least clean your house since I don't have money? I'll clean your house if you let me stay on your couch. That was the deal. For some reason, I could no longer stay on his couch. I came back to Florida. And I was still doing videos with a popular Jamaican comedian named Trabas. And Trabas is really how I gained my followers. Him and his wife at the time, they pushed me. So during that time, I still talked about sexual health, feminine hygiene. And I remember people being like, well, why don't you just sell like sex toys? So I started with Kegel balls. And then they're like, why don't you do your own soap? Because you're always telling us how to make natural soap. Great idea. But I didn't have a name. I don't know nothing about business. I don't know. So one day I was praying. It's really weird. I was praying and I was like, God, I'm tired of living with rats, roaches, and I need my cookies ate. And it's like, wait, God, I need my cookies ate, but cookie. Oh my God, that's a good name for this little business I want to do. Stop mid-prayer, start writing down a bunch of cookie names, sent it to my best friend. What do you think? We came up with Sweet Cookie Wash. I used to go to Dunkin' Donuts for Wi-Fi. Ooh, step your cookies up. Now she got some good cookies. But I used to go to Dunkin' Donuts for Wi-Fi and I would just Google stuff like how to get started, figured out Big Cartel. I just was doing a lot. And then I realized I don't have no money. So I did a pre-order. Because in Jamaica, we do something like fish fry, like Friday fish fry. And my grandma would collect the money from Sunday all the way to like her cutoff date would be like Wednesday or Thursday. So I said, I'm going to just collect the money and tell them in a month, you'll get it. I didn't know if they was going to get nothing because I didn't know if people was going to actually send me money, but people really was. So I was like, okay. So that was kind of like my soft launch. And then in 2017, I was like, all right, I see how it works. Let's buckle down. And I officially launched January 2017. And that year, my goal was to make 100,000. And I actually set that goal before I had a business. I didn't know how I was gonna make 100,000, but the business idea came. It's like October, November, and December of 2016 were life-changing for me. I literally started manifesting, saying I want things, and things just started dropping in my lap.
Wow.
That is so amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sitting here and I'm just like, yeah, that is so inspiring to say like, okay, just listening to how things come together, right?
But you have to
And
believe that. I know you
yeah,
mentioned manifesting, and you know, a lot of my other business friends, they think I'm kind of cuckoo because I say that I don't really have a strategy. My strategy is manifesting. You cannot do what works for somebody else and think it's going to work for you. You truly have to look in yourself and says, what makes me happy and whatever is making you happy, follow that path. You literally have to believe that doing what makes you happy will also make you money.
Yes.
You know, your passion can be your paycheck if you believe it can. A lot of people, they're doing business when they're really supposed to be being a singer. That's why their business can't take off because they're not truly following what they're supposed to do. And then there's people with successful businesses or careers and they're unhappy because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. And I think a part of manifesting is believing your true self. Whatever you want to do, you can.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And so, what are some of the things in this process of manifesting where you are now? What are some of the things that kind of came in the way that almost or potentially like derailed you, right? Like, because I know that sometimes what happens when we're trying to manifest, there are things that may happen to us that cause us to question what we're manifesting, right? Question the
Oh,
process. So are there things that happen to you in that process, and how did you handle it?
people always will say there are things that threw them off, but if you subscribe to what I believe is, everything is always working out for me.
Yeah,
So there
I
is
love
never
that.
anything that happens that I feel like is my throw off moment. There's never
Mm,
anything that happens that I feel like this is the place I'm going to give up. Everything that
mm,
happens, I say, oh my God, I don't know what this means, but it must be something good because only good
Yeah.
things happen to me. So, for example, if you're watching, I was late, I was in traffic, the GPS kept switching me around, and I started to get frustrated. And I said, God is saving me from an accident. I would miss the entire podcast if God didn't, make me late. I'd rather be late than, my car messed up or dead. Thank you, God. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Usually people get are riled up, oh my God, and
mhm.
they start driving aggressive, and then that's what causes the accident. You
Yes,
know what I'm saying?
exactly. I
I don't
love that.
I don't think there's anything that can happen to me that is not a blessing. I
Mm,
literally I was dating a guy, and I wasn't listening to him because he wanted me to delete content on Instagram. And he literally, because I wouldn't listen to him, went on Instagram and told and commented on my picture and said, "Your coochie stinks." He did this as a personal
Wow.
jab at my company.
Yeah.
From the moment he's done
wow.
that, I have made so much money off of Cookie Restore. The way I milked that, because
Ooh.
I said, oh, I don't know if
Yeah,
because at the time I wasn't speaking to him directly. So I'm like, I don't know if he means this. I don't know if this is something we didn't discuss. I don't know, but I know how I'm address
yeah.
it. I said, well,
Wow.
when dating Caribbean island men or any man, sometimes sex throws you off, especially if they're uncircumcised, because they carry more bacteria. Now, ladies, who can relate to having sex and semen getting all inside of you and you smelling crazy,
Mhm.
or after your period you smelling crazy? Don't feel
Yeah,
sad. This is because semen is alkaline, your vagina is acidic. Your period also brings you off of your pH. And guess what? When that happens, we have Cookie Restore. Since then,
yeah,
I have made so much money off of Cookie Restore. I got so much clout because
yes.
we ended up in the Jamaican blogs. It was all over. And I even told, after that, I forgave him. I said, you know what? Thank you. That is to let
Mhm.
you know you can't sink my ship. Nobody can
Exactly.
sink my ship.
You better
Yes,
preach, girl. You better
I
Okay,
preach.
love
baby.
it.
So I know
Start.
you feeling yourself and thought you could diss me on Instagram, your cookie stink, rah, rah, rah. But God blessed me in my wallet.
Yes,
Now girls look up to me and
exactly.
now they're more comfortable talking to me because now I don't look as
Yes,
perfect. Because just
yes,
last week I
Yes.
was on Instagram saying how great the coochie is now. This week my coochie stink. So damn, if some
exactly.
part's not perfect and I'm not perfect, I can listen to her. I can buy more of her products.
Yes,
So what you think is intended to tear you down, it only tears you down if you let it. If I had sat in my room and
yes,
cried and said, how could you? Thank you.
right.
Best marketing campaign to date.
And
Bam,
so
I
one thing I
love
love
it.
about you, right? It's so powerful. One thing I love about you is that you also sort of demystify and help women who may feel ashamed about having BV or yeast infections. So is there anything else that you would share with a woman that might be struggling with odor down there and she does feel ashamed or she's embarrassed? Because we don't really learn about how to care for our like our whole vaginas, you know what I mean? And talk
I
about these
would
kind of
say,
things.
I would say that stop thinking cleaning the outside has to do with odor. Outside odor is probably sweat, whatever. But the BV, the yeast infection, it's internal. You have to start watching what you put in your body. And for example, we have probiotics on the website. I made sure when I was designing my probiotics, it included cranberry because UTIs are a BIT, and apple cider vinegar because everyone knows it's acidic. So if you're going off track, it'll kind of bring you back. So these are things you have to keep in your self-care routine. You have to drink that water. You know, it's like I remember parents being so kind of, I don't know, what would you say, ignorant, saying, "Oh yeah, you need to go bathe," to kids. But do you
Mm,
understand your child has just got her period? She's in the period ages, and all she drinks is soda, eats chips. You take them to McDonald's because you're we're barely trying to make it in life,
Yeah.
or you're eating, all of these processed foods, it's what's going inside your body. So sometimes on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
I'll hear people say, oh, you don't need none of this crap. You just need to eat right. You do need to wash your coochie. Yes, you do. But
Yeah.
eating right will really save you from some of the BV, drinking a lot of liquor, which is my guilty pleasure. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But at the same time, as long as you keep these things in your hygiene regimen, you'll be okay.
Yeah. I
Okay,
love it. That is
question.
helpful.
So we keep saying BV, right? For those of us who might not know, because I know we also have some listeners who are teenagers,
Hi,
what
girl.
what is BV and how do we know if we have it?
Okay, BV is bacterial vaginosis. It's characterized by an extreme fishy odor, yellow, cloudy discharge, or even gray discharge. However, I am not a gynecologist. I'm not a doctor. Let me say my statement here. So, if you would like to know if you have BV or a yeast infection, please visit your local gynecologist or doctor. Or you could buy cookie testers.
Oh,
Thank you,
so
Starr.
okay.
That is so, yeah.
What's
There
cookie
there
testers?
is a product called Cookie Test on the
And what does
website.
it do?
And you can literally, we give you a swabber and a tester. You swab your discharge and you put it in the circle, and it will turn a color to let you know what you know. And then after you see the color, go to your gynecologist, buy Cookie Restore and go to your gynecologist.
Now, Starr, you had this video on your Instagram that I would love for you to talk about. It was a video where you talked about knowing people from back in the day and people having hate in their heart and them not realizing it. And I was like, people need to hear this. Talk about it right now.
Are
Just
you
talk about
talking
it.
about the one where I said people will be like, "Oh, I remember her. She used to
I
be like
remember
this.
her.
He not even all of that.
Hmm.
He a
Yes.
little rapper now, but he used to."
Yes,
I
girl,
just
that
want to say
video.
that you never have to feel like you're stuck in a role. This
Yeah.
life is your movie, not your mom's, not your dad's, not your teacher's. And the characters change. We watch a movie and we see people literally change through events in the movie. Life is the exact same way. And your life could be a book, volume 1, volume 2, volume 3. Okay, even the Bible has old and new. You don't got to worry about who I was. This is who I am now. And guess what? I don't care if I told you that an hour ago. I could change my opinion in the next hour because I talked to somebody and they gave me a different opinion. So don't hold me to nothing. The only thing constant in life is change.
Hmm.
Yep.
I
Now,
love it.
Starr. Everyone is always asking you now about cookie wash and vaginal health, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is one question that you wished people would ask you more often in your interviews?
Hmm. What are my plans outside of Cookie Wash?
Well, Starr,
Oh,
what are your plans outside of cookie wash?
I set myself up for that. Okay, well, I love doing manifestation content. Sometimes I think of doing like courses, but more like
Oh,
one-on-one, like if we could do a group Zoom. Um,
ooh.
because I have helped people literally manifest $100,000 in a month. And I kind of practice on my friends and family and anybody that would let me kind of coach them. And when I've seen my power, I said, I definitely want to tap into this. However, dealing with humans on a regular clock to clock, that might be a little bit
Yeah.
too much. I can't lie.
Yeah.
That's a lot. But recently I've tapped back into entertainment. You guys will be the first to know. I had my first acting gig. It's a voiceover job for a reality TV show. Can't say just yet, but
Okay.
definitely back into that.
Congratulations.
Thank
That is
you.
amazing.
Thank you. And I recently recorded my first song, and I'm doing a merge of Latin reggaeton and dancehall because I'm Jamaican, but I grew up in Miami. So I'm surrounded by Spanish
Ooh.
influence, and a big part of the Spanish influence is Jamaica, hence the reason it's called reggaeton. So
Ooh, I
So
love
dope.
it.
So
I
happy that we got the
love
exclusive.
it.
And
Yes.
got
Star,
it.
we got the exclusive. Because of time, we're going to transition and shift up the energy in this interview. And because we recognize, appreciate, and celebrate the multifaceted woman, and we believe that it's okay to be classy and ratchet, it's okay to be elegant and dance to strip club music, we want to invite you to the Oh You Clatch It challenge. Oh You Clatch It. So do you take on the challenge?
What I gotta do?
Oh, you
Oh,
asking questions. That's good. We like
okay.
it. Okay, so here's what you're signing up for. We're gonna ask you 3 questions. We're gonna share 3 sentence completions, and then we're gonna pull up 3 photos of you, and you get to choose one photo from your Instagram and give us more context on the photo.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay.
Okay.
So the first question is, Star, what is the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Mm. Stay in your man wallet or another woman will. From my grandma.
Get out. Go ahead, Grandma. Okay, Grandma, I
Grandma
see
came
you.
with
That's
it.
not the best.
Okay.
That just came to mind.
Grandma came with it though. I like that.
Grandma wasn't playing.
Right. All right. Next question. Twerk or two-step?
What do I prefer to do?
Yeah.
Two-step?
Okay.
Okay. I see that little smile. She's like, "Mm." Okay,
You
Star,
know.
question number 3. What's the sexiest item you own?
Hmm. My boobs.
Okay.
I love that. Okay.
I love it.
That's
We've
yours.
never got that
Yes.
one before. We usually get a dress or, something like that, but I love it. My boobs. Boom.
Yes.
There we go.
I own them.
Yes, you
Hey,
do.
there you go. They're
Yes.
yours.
Yes. All right. So our sentence completions. One thing I wish people knew about me is
Uh, I hate chocolate.
mm,
Don't buy me chocolate. I
okay.
All
don't like
right.
it.
Y'all heard it here first. Do not buy Star chocolate. Okay.
Nope.
Our let's see. Our next sentence completion is the most embarrassing thing I've ever done to get a crush's attention is look at her face. Oh my gosh.
Pretty embarrassing.
Oh snap. Really?
I'm pretty embarrassing.
Okay. We're listening. We're waiting for it.
Oh my God. I fell on purpose before.
To get his
I
attention?
fell like in front of the boys, so
Oh.
like he could like feel bad for me and
Ooh.
want to talk to me and be like, "Damn, you okay?"
Did
Did
it
he do
work?
that?
I'm gonna just leave it at that. I did fall.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Our last sentence completion. Go ahead, Dr. Dom.
What I love most about myself is
My confidence.
all right.
And a lot of other people love that too, Star.
Yes.
And we're gonna go ahead and move on to our photos. So you select the number from 1 to 3, and I'm gonna show you that photo on screen. So you can tell us more about this photo.
3.
3? Okay, let's see number 3. Oh, okay, this is a cute one. Let's see. So do
Aww.
you have
Oh,
more context on baby Star here in this picture? Tell us something about this picture we would not know by looking at it.
I was pissed off because I traveled to Georgia to watch my team, which was Florida State, win the game against I forgot who was playing, and they did not win. But our boys were really running football for like 2 years. So I think they was kind of getting a little lazy. They were just but I was mad. I didn't drive all the way there to lose. And we're talking so much crap during the game.
Oh, well, you look so cute in that picture,
yes, you
Star. And honestly, we
did.
just we just want to thank you so much for your time, for your energy, for your talents, and what you do
Yes.
for the community and the light that you bring to the world. We're so grateful that we had this conversation with you. And we'd love for you to tell folks how they can tune into what Starr is doing next and also purchase their products and all the good stuff. Tell them where to find you, Starr.
You can find me at StarrDawkins. So it's Starr Dawkins with a Z on everything. YouTube, Instagram. You can find me on iTunes too. I have affirmations there for money and what you call that, confidence, money and confidence affirmations. But I'm pretty active on Instagram and YouTube. So follow me there and www.sweetcookies.org to step your cookies up to keep your pH balanced so you're fresh like a cookie out the oven.
Yay.
Love
Thank you
it. I
so much,
love it.
Starr.